Black fatigue or ghetto fatigue is a real thing, and no one's staying silent about it any longer.
Oh, there's too much ice. Too much ice. Too much ice. Get that back. There's too much ice. Do not play with me. Do not play with me. There's too much ice. I said light ice.
Excuse me, your child didn't pay for that. I didn't charge him for it.
What you talking about?
The thing in his hand, I didn't charge him for it.
Gotta steal a motherfucking thing about this motherfucking
No, you gotta come back. He gotta come back here and pay for it, or you gotta come back. No, he gotta pay for it. No, yeah, yeah.
Black fatigue is real. I think society as a whole is there. We are just so unbelievably fed up with the ghetto ratchet behavior.
Black fatigue. It's all over my FYP page. Thank you. I am so happy that this is being brought up. And oh, by the way, for us white people who've been around the block a long time, this isn't new to us.
Is black fatigue racist, or is it just the hard truth that we just have to realize? Now, before we dive into this video, I want you to watch the full video, get to know your girl a little bit, and see if you will consider subscribing. All right, black fatigue, let's talk about it. Let's start with the definition of black fatigue. It's the exhaustion born of the day-to-day small acts of aggression or small acts of disrespect a black person endures, the endless need to prove your worth, and a constant exposure to news about injustice and violence being inflicted on people who look like you. But that is not the black fatigue that we are familiar with today. This world's definition of black fatigue is the childish and enraged actions of black people. I think that unfortunately, black people do it to themselves or ourselves. Now, before I get more into what I'm going to be talking about, I do want to admit that black people do cause a lot of conflict, always trying to fight, have no self-training, and always trying to pull the racist card when anything that isn't, well, good for black people is happening to them. They want to pull the racist card. But what I think is there's a time and place for everything. Why are we twerking at the red light in the middle of the road? But instead of black fatigue, we need to be calling this ghetto fatigue. But you know, in today's world, you only want to see black people causing havoc instead of white people because it's not a good image for them, but it's the ideal image to portray black people as, you know, ignorant, causing conflict, all that stuff. You rarely see white people acting out in public on social media. And if they are, the comments are not exactly what you would see if a black person were to do it. Anyway, unfortunately, a lot of black people act like hoodlums, so the world wants to label every single black person as what they see majority doing. They want to label us all as loud, ratchet, and ghetto. Well, I'll get to that point later, so don't forget that. Correct me if I'm wrong, but it is only black people that get labeled as this, like as a whole majority, like we're getting like judged like right off just because of our skin color, and it's only black people that are like this. And I may get hate for saying this, but it has to be said, we as black people hate it when people judge us and give us these stereotypes, think we're aggressive, loud, but when somebody tries to correct our behavior for acting out in public, we want to call them racist and start trying to fight them and all that stuff. But we don't try to, yeah, people call us this stuff, yet we still don't have no stuttering. We still don't have no self-training in public. Like, you get what I'm trying to say? I hope it's just like coming off, because like I hope it's coming off like I hope you understand what I'm trying to say. I do see it a lot in black people that we are very quick to get into it. Like, if you bump, like I've seen this happen. My own experience, if you bump into a black person, like on accident, they be like, oh, B-word, just can't say excuse me now. Like, and then if they turn around and be like, who you calling a B-word? Now you go be like trying to fight them. Like, you didn't just call them a B-word because they bumped into you. Like, and if you talking loud about somebody in public, like trying to get into it because they like walked in front of you or something, like the last example, and they say something back, it's a problem now because they said something back. Like, they just, you expect them to take that, and now it's a whole problem, even though you the one who is causing the conflict. It's like sometimes we're just looking for trouble. With those situations, I believe that we give these people the exact reaction that they expect us to give, like cussing loud and being aggressive when people like trying to confront somebody. Like, you do not have to be aggressive to confront somebody. You do not have to get physical to confront somebody. And some people don't even be wanting the trouble, but it's like black people just try to look for it. When so many of us act like that, when people think of the word ghetto and aggressive, they're going to think about black people. That's going to cause them to label us all like that, because we are not beating the allegations at all. And that's exactly why it's called black fatigue and not ghetto fatigue. And as I was researching about this topic, I've seen a lot of people say that other races act this way too, but only black people are the one getting put on blast. And this is exactly how the world wants us to act. These stereotypes are literally everywhere, from the TV show we watch to the music we listen to, baddies, all that. Like, it's just everywhere. Black people are just, what's the word? I don't know the word, but we are put out as aggressive, loud, always trying to fight, like doing all this extra. Like, we're never just the calm character. We always got to be the loud, aggressive, comedic relief, all that. Now, is this racism or is it the truth? Now, back to the point I made earlier about how most black people act this way, so we all get labeled like this. Let's talk about that. This is where we're going to start talking about racism, or some kind of hate. We as black people get labeled as these terrible things because it's a lot of us doing it, right? So people are just going to automatically think that all black people just act in this ghetto way. But if we want to talk about the majority, let's talk about the majority right quick. When it comes to sexual abuse, 57.5% were white middle-aged American males in the US. And with cases involving children pornography, 76.4% were white males. That's majority, right? Yet the world doesn't see all white people as predators and abusers, don't they? Nobody thinks that white people are going to go around abusing everybody, but it's majority, so why isn't everybody thinking that all white people are like this? Because that's not the image that the world wants to put out for white people. I forgot to bring this part up in the video, but everybody wants to talk about how the crime rates and like the whole world is like majority of black people, but nobody wants to talk about how the majority of abusers are white people. Everybody always wants to bring up how black people cause all the crime, but nobody wants to talk about white people like at all. Like, I have literally never seen it ever in my life. And if you see a white person doing something like out of line in public, like on social media, they're going to be talking about it in the comment section. But if it was a black person, though, it's all about black fatigue, usual suspects. But if it was, but it's a white person, now it's just, I don't know, guys. I don't know. See videos like go viral about black people acting out literally every other week, but you don't see white people's videos being like all popular. People be like, what are they doing? Like, it may be on the news, not even on the news. I was gonna say it's gonna be on the news. It don't even be on the news for real. Nobody's gonna talk about it like that because nobody wants to paint white people as the image of terrible. And if you think about the history, white people are way out of line because they literally stole land from people of color and called it their own. Yet we're the ones that get blamed for every single thing. Like, every bad image is painted on us, but we don't talk about what the white man did. When we talk about crime rates and how it's majority of black people, now you can't even walk across the street without being labeled as a suspicious black man because it's the majority. But when we talk about abusers, nobody talks about how it's majority of white people because nobody wants to look at white people in this way. We see black people as just destruction, but white people are just all la 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 la, like, but we don't talk about that though. We don't talk about that. The point I'm trying to make is that just because it's majority does not mean that every single black person or every single person is like that. With black fatigue, it's so bad that even other black people are saying that they have black fatigue. Like, instead of defending us and saying, not the people that are doing terrible things, because skin color do not matter when you're just being straight up ghetto, okay? But instead of defending us and saying, don't generalize all black people, they're over here entertaining it. Anyway, it's nothing new that we are all made out to be the bad guys. Like, it is nothing new at all. Now let me say this, it's black fatigue until it's our trends, food, music, TV shows, all that. But it's black fatigue. But it's black fatigue until it doesn't benefit them. I don't know if I said that right, but you get it. What do you guys think about black fatigue? Is it racism or is it people just trying to stay away from the truth? Now it's the end of the video and I hope you guys subscribed and I hope you have a blessed day or night. Bye.